What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be doing Led Zeppelin Heartbreaker. You can do this on acoustic or electric. I'm going to leave the tuning in the description box below. And we'll get started. Okay guys, so since this is a beginner lesson, we're going to take this really slow and we're going to connect these pieces. For this song, it's about how long you hold the notes. Okay, it's a little bit tricky on the transitions, but it's not too bad. You got to really work on holding the notes. So here's the first section. That's what we're going to start with, okay? So what we're doing here is this first note that we play is actually not part of the riff. It's just the opening note. So you play it only one time. That's it. It's going to be string 6, 3rd fret. Okay? After that, now we jump into the riff, which starts on the A note open. Then middle finger goes to fret 3 of the A note, which is the 5th string. So we got open A, 5th string, fret 3, open D, 4th string, for 2 strums. Remember, 2 strums, and then now we're going to place that first finger, fret 2, string 4. So we got D, D, but notice the second D leads right into this fret 2, string 4. It's kind of a fast change. So we got this. First note, remember, not part of the riff. Now the riff starts. Fret 3, string 5. Open D to fret 2. So, without talking. One more time. Last note for this part of the section is going to be fret 3, string 6. Okay, so it goes like this. Notice how fast you got to get to this note at the end. And I know I'm doing down plucks. You can do this alternate pluck, and I'd actually recommend you do. That's the first half of the first riff. So, next half. Not so hard. We already know all the notes. It's just how many times you play them really is what happens next. So now we're going back to string. Remember, that's a good cutoff point. Practice that part. Now come to the second half when you're ready. Now we're going to play string 5, the A, open 4 times. Back to fret 3 of string 5, middle finger. So we got this. Open D twice, back into fret 2, 1st finger, 4th string. See, you already know that. So, from the halfway point, 4 open A's. See that? You know that. Then the last note, middle finger, string 6, fret 3. That is all of riff 1. Let me put just the second half of it though together for you. One more time. Now it's important to understand all of riff 1, which is this. Can be broken up into 2 parts to practice. So here's part 1. Remember, we just learned it. That's the halfway point. Then you can practice this after. Then, once you get comfortable with both, you just put them together. So. And if you can't play it that fast, keep it slower. Remember, you're working on coordination, you're working on keeping it smooth and making sure everything is attached right with the right amount of time. Okay, so that's all of riff 1. Now it's going to go into riff 2. Has the same feel, but the notes just change. Okay, so now it's going to start fret, and you know what? Actually, I'll do it at the end. We'll do it at the end. Don't even worry about it. Let's go to riff 2. So, riff 2. Now what's going to happen is it's going to start fret 2, string 5, first finger. Now you're going to stretch over or move over with that pinky to fret 5, string 5. So we got this. Back to fret 2, but string 4 now for 2 strums. Then after that, fret 4, string 4. 2, 2, 4. 2, 2, 4. So putting that all together, it's going to go fret 2, string 5, fret 5, string 5, fret 2, string 4 for 2, fret 4, string 4. Notice this one kind of sounds exactly like this one. So it's just it's the same feel, but just different frets. So second half again, or riff 2, first half I should say. One more time. Almost at the halfway point for it. Last note you got to learn for that part is going to be fret 5, string 6. And I'm playing it with my middle finger. So that's the halfway point for riff 2. Get used to that. Now, the second half for riff 2, go back to string 5, fret 2 for 4 strums. Pinky, fret 5, string 5. So this so far. Fret 2, string 4 for 2. Make sure that second one leads right into fret 4, string 4. Which you already know that. We already played that. So we got last note to add, string 6, fret 5. All the notes you know. So the last thing for riff 2 is put the first half and second half right next to each other. So it's like this. That's half of it. Here's the second half. That's all of it. So riff 2 right next to each other. That's the whole riff 2. So now the thing that I was holding off on to teach at the end is jumping back into riff 1. Remember when I first started this video, I said the first note of riff 1 is only played in the beginning, which it was fret 3, string 6. When you come back around, you do not play that note. Remember, that's the only time you play it is the first time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the order it needs to be for the song, and I'm going to play it exactly how it is. You might need to watch this a couple times. Just hit that rewind button to the beginning where I start playing, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to play it slow too. I'm going to put the little pauses between them. So here we go. That's the first time around. You're going to play it again, but without that first note now, starting on the A. Go to riff 2 now. That's the halfway point of riff 2. That's all of riff 2. You play that once, and now you jump back into riff 1. Remember, not this note over here on the 6th string. You start on the A now. That's all of it. So now what I'm going to do for the last thing is put it a little faster so you can see how it clicks. Alright guys, that is it for this guitar lesson video. Hope you enjoyed it as always. If you need help with this song, other songs, or if you feel stuck in your guitar playing, I'm a Skype guitar instructor and you can learn more about that at mountainsideguitar.com. And just remember that a video can only explain it one way. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next guitar lesson video.